Magandang hapon, marahay na hapon sa Indugabos. Good afternoon to everyone. Sister Jessie po. So, shout out po sa kuyang mga classmates sa social worker batch 86 sa USI kasi may reunion po sila ngayon. Bukas yata po yun. At sa kuyang pamilya, Barasena Magtarayo Clan, at dati kong mga office mates sa bagong paglaom since 1986 until 1991. At sa lahat na ACI family ng Daraga community at dormitorians ng Santa Rafaela Maria Students Home. At condolence po din sa pamilya ni Noe Breboneria sa Baaw, ang sakuyang pinsan. Okay, so today is Friday, January 10, 2025. So again, Merry Christmas po. For the information of everyone, nasa Christmas season pa po tayo. At ang huling araw ng Kapaskuhan ay 2 days from now. Ang solemnity of the baptism of our Lord. The Monday after that ordinary time na po. Welcome to our program, ang Usapang Bukasyon ACI, every Friday at 1 p.m. 2 Fridays ago, sa episode 18, pinag-usapan natin ang ating mga takeaways nung Pasko. Ikaw, anong takeaway mo? I-message nyo na po sa comment section sa DCGB. Nung nakaraang Biyernes, episode 19, ang napanood nyo po ay videos ng iba't ibang ACI sisters na nagbahagi ng kanilang love stories at mission. Ngayong hapon, episode 20, ay pinamagatan namin ng Santa Rafaela Maria at 100, Joy's Secret Reveal. Mamaya-maya lang po ay ipapakilala namin ang aming mga kaisa-isang guest, kaya kasali uli kaming tatlo sa talakayan. Bago ang lahat, pabatiin muna natin ang aking mga co-host.
Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. Ako si Sister Martha Hang. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Shout out to all the sisters in Vietnam, to my family, my friends and relatives, and all those who are watching and listening our program this afternoon.
Sa Giraray, maray na hapon po, si Sister Net po ako. Maayong hapon sa tanan. Shout out kay Hana, Tita Mansera Mabel Elian, Gina Monasterio. Belated birthday greetings kay Sister Hang, Sister Dani, Sister Angie, Tita Belen, ug sa akong first cousin na si Monsignor Vicente Rey Penagundas ng Cebu City. Shout out sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa programang Usapang Bukasyon ACI, labi na ang akong papa.
Okay, ang ating panauhin sa hapong ito, Sister Amabel, please introduce yourself.
Magandang hapon po sa lahat. Ako po ulit si Sister Amabel, ACI sister po. Nakabase ngayon sa Tandang Sora Formation. Listeners siguro in particular sa family ko, they are in Bicol, and members of the ACI family, our staff, and ACI sisters din. Hello po sa lahat.
Yeah. After a year-long preparation with the different initiatives from the ACI communities from all over the world, across the globe, kumbaga, we finally culminated the centenary celebration of our dear Saint Rafaela Mary last January 6. Namatay po siya sa araw ng Solemnity of the Epiphany nung January 6, 1925. At nagtapos 100 years later, and that's last January 6, 2025. And then, so starting January 4 onwards, iba't ibang communities from across the globe, kumbaga, sunod-sunod na po yung mga celebrations nila, na mesa, outreach program, kung iba-ibang mga initiatives na nangyari after a year long of preparation. Sabi nga ni Father Luigi, nung homily niya sa amin sa Daraga, nung nakaraang linggo, sabi niya, the saints are like stars, pointing, leading us to Jesus. And Santa Rafaela is one of these stars. So mga sisters, to start with, anong mga takeaways ninyo natin nung centenary ni Saint Rafaela Mary. Lahat ng celebration, pwede year-long preparation o yung nakatakdang araw. Anong inyong pinaka nasa puso pa rin po?
Yeah.
Una pa ako, sister.
Si Amabel.
Para sa akin, yun nga, actually kung sa takeaways, napakarami tayong pwedeng makuha. Pero siguro meron akong tatlong, parang 3 moments na din. First is the theme itself, no, yung pinaka-tema ng celebration, no, na after 100 years, Santa Rafaela continues to bear fruit. And pag pinasukan natin yung tema, nakakataba ng puso kasi it's real, no? Na after 100 years, buhay na buhay ang espiritualidad, buhay na buhay yung memory ni Santa Rafaela, not in her but doon sa mga taong nakakilala sa kanya, no? Those who receive knowledge about the life of Santa Rafaela. So, yan, isa tayo doon sa mga bunga na yun na sabi nga natin, isang taon din nating pinaghandaan yung pinaka-actual day na celebration natin as a vice province. So, yung tema for me, siguro pwede ko pa siyang i-relish all throughout, no? Pangalawa siguro si Sir yung yung mga activities and initiatives na ginawa natin as a vice province. So sabi niyo po nga kanina, lahat ng mga communities natin, we were so creative in doing things, in trying to invite people to be part of the preparation. And siguro doon sa ilan doon sa mga activities na medyo heartwarming sa akin is yung stage of preparation natin is actually a moment to reconnect. Kasi naalala ko yung homecoming doon sa Loyola, no, after 20 years na hindi nagkatipon-tipon. Parang first time yun na nag-gather yung mga bata natin before na hanggang ngayon they are all grown up, maybe some are already college, still with their family. And ramdam na ramdam mo na kung ano yung punla na na-receive nila nung they were still little in our school. Ngayon they're already college, they're enjoying, I mean they are living still the spirit of Rafaela. And then siguro also yung symbolic na tree planting. Kasi 'di ba, yung tree is a symbol of light itself. So kami po dito din sa Tandang Soren, I know some other communities, no, nag-tree planting tayo, which means patuloy na mamumuga si Santa Rafaela, patuloy na mamumuga si Jesus. Dahil nga sabi nga natin, no, kapag kilala si Santa Rafaela, kilala si Jesus. Kasi ko yung pangatlo, sister, something very personal, yung spiritual nourishment na na-receive ko throughout the novena days, no? I'm together always with the community. So siguro po yun yung tatlong takeaways for the centenary celebration.
Yeah. Beautiful reflection, you know? Yeah.
For me, through the celebrations of centenary of Saint Rafaela, I will thank God for the gift of her life. Through this celebration, many people come to know her life, the life of the saint that loved Jesus so much, and many people come to know her life, and many knows about her love, her compassion for the mission also. And I see the zeals and the love of Santa Rafaela still going on, and many people have devotion to Santa Rafaela Mary, and also there's a miracle, no? The miracle from her Saint Rafaela also. So I think this is the grateful, the beautiful celebrations all over the world.
Yeah. It's true that upon listening to the people who are being touched by our saints, Saint Rafaela, mostly that I heard from their sharing is that they were led to the Eucharist, of loving Jesus in the Eucharist. So since the Eucharist is the very high expressions of our thanksgiving, so parang sabi nga ni Sir Amabel, nakakataba ng puso na marinig sa kanila yung mga karanasan, na families being together, and parang na i-share ang spirituality ni Santa Rafaela, ang kanyang buhay, sabi nga siya yung star na nagliliwanag sa mga pamilya, sa mga even sa school, those sa ating mga scholar, sa mga tao na na-meet namin in every apostolate, na kung paano sila na-touch ng buhay ni Santa Rafaela sa kanyang kabutihan, sa kanyang dakilang pagmamahal kay Jesus.
The testimonies of our lay people are very revealing po of how they have been touched, and then may mga hindi lang parang physical healing na nangyari, reconciliation, reparation, Eucharistic reparative po talaga. And then, meron ding mga spiritual conversion na nangyayari. So, mas makikilala pa po natin si Santa Rafaela the whole month of January this year will be dedicated to Santa Rafaela. So there will be series of sharings, iba-ibang guests po this month. So abangan natin 'yan. In the meantime, we will continue with our sharing today, and then the next 3 points will be based on the 3 points of our dear Father Charlton Viray. Hello Father, I'm sure manonood ka nito. Hindi man live pero I'm sure panonoorin niyo po ito, Father. So, allow us to kasi yan yung isa sa mga takeaways ko on that day, yung 3 points niyo po. So, we will be parang dissecting these 3 points. So, the first point is about love, that Rafaela has loved much. She's a person who has loved much, and then her way of loving, Rafaela's way of loving, pag-usapan natin ngayon. And then, kaya nga sinabi niya, to love always, amar siempre. So, mag-start na ako. Rafaela's perspective on love can perhaps be shaped by the way, through the story of her mom to her, because she was still very little when that happened. The way her father loved, the kind of loving that his father gave to his constituents as a town mayor. And then there was this cholera epidemic, and then instead of fleeing, escaping, he stayed with these people and then taking care of them with his own hands, and eventually he died from the same disease. And then so it's like he continued to serve until the end. So like Rafaela, he also, as our mother foundress, she continued to love also until the end at all costs. So yon.
Sorry. So I continue the love that Saint Rafaela showed in the ways of hours of love for Jesus. At the age of 15, she made her vows of virginity secretly to the Lord in the church of Saint John the Knife, and later on that church donated to our institute, and now the church was using now in Cordoba now. Yeah, this is her love for Christ. Yeah.
So, paano din pinakita ni Santa Rafaela ang kanyang dakilang pagmamahal kay Jesus? Sa buhay ni Santa Rafaela, hindi lahat maganda. Meron din mga problema, may mga sakripisyo na pinagdaanan siya. So, balit itong lahat ay ginamit niya, parang it's an opportunity for her to share this, to unite to the suffering of Jesus. Kaya bawat kahirapan, bawat sakripisyo, bawat problema na kanyang naranasan, ay she is so aware that it is an opportunity to unite this in the suffering of Jesus. So ganun siya nagmahal kay Jesus, even in the midst of suffering, ino-offer niya yon kasi gusto niyang maipadama din kay Jesus na kaisa siya. So hindi niya sinayang lahat ng mga oportunidad na ito na naranasan niya, at yun din ang nagbigay ng consolation sa kanya o oportunidad na makiisa. Kasi kung tayo magrereklamo na tayo kung may problema, may kahirapan, pero Santa Rafaela hindi niya yun sinayang. So yun yung kanyang ino-offer, because he is aware that Jesus suffered for us, for the love of us. So yun naman ang kanyang contribution na na i-offer niya, hindi siya magreklamo, kundi to continue to love always. In
Amar
spite of the
siempre.
difficulty in life. Okay. Sa Amabel, you want to share something?
Oh.
Nakamute.
Sorry po, ako pala ako. Sige, marami pa akong favorite saints in Santa Rafaela, pero I can remember two that would parang when we read it, ipapakita natin yung quality ng love ni Rafaela. Siguro yung first is yung when Santa Rafaela would remind us, especially the handmaids, that the heart of a handmaid should not be limited to 10, but it has to expand to millions. So, na-imagine natin, no? I mean, literally, we can imagine how big the heart of Raphael. Ayaw niyang makontain yung love na yun. I believe yung love na yun is very rooted sa pagmamahal kay Jesus Eucharistia. Kaya parang there's no way but to really encourage, inspire others to experience the same love. So, parang yun yung una, yung kailangan hindi tayo limited sa pagmamahal. Whether strangers, whether hindi, kahit nga yung unlovable, sabi nga, di ba? So, that's siguro yun. Ang pangalawa siguro yung very common saying ni Rafael, yung to love and love always. And I remember specifically, sister, yung part ng death ng kanyang mother. It was for her, it was a religious experience, no? Because naalala ko, according to Santa Rafaela, she was actually in front of a very deep pain, pero na-realize na yung reason kung bakit siya naisilang, that is to love and to love more. So, yun nga sabi ni Sister Jessie, yung love ni Rafaela, na-embody not only sa mga masasayang but more on the how she embraced the suffering, how she unite her experiences in the suffering of Jesus. So, siguro yun po, Sister.
Thank you.
Because the love affair with Jesus, her awareness of God loving her, I think is very important also kasi she has these eyes to see how much she has been loved. So the receptivity, the openness of Rafaela to this love made her also be aware of this love and share this love. Kasi yun nga, love begets love. And then the love affair with God will always bear fruit, and the fruit is always mission. Kaya very apostolic man din si Santa Rafaela. And then I also remember the immensity of the sea when she was still a teenage young lady in Cordoba, when she saw kung gaano kalawak ang pagmamahal. Kasi sabi niya, ganun kalawak ang pagmamahal ng Diyos sa kanya. So, nakatulong sa kanya yung kung paano siya magmahal, yung paano siya minahal. So, yun. So, parang siguro yun yung sikreto na bakit siya nakapagmahal ng ganung kalalim, dahil din sa naramdaman niya kung gaano din kalalim yung pagmamahal ng Diyos sa kanya. We move to the second point. Is it okay? Okay, we move to the second point, and that is communion. That's the second point of Father Charlton. Communion is the Rafaela is a woman of communion.
Yeah. So Santa Rafaela is a lover of communion in spite of the difficulty. And the first group, yung nag-uumpisa pa lang sila na magbuo ng foundation, they also experience hardship, the experience to start the foundation. But in spite of that, she has always a grateful heart, and she is a very encouraging sister, inspiring to them, affirming them, so that they can be seen a very joyful community. In spite of there is difficulty, but still ang lumilitaw sa kanila ay yung being joyful always, being grateful in every opportunity, because the
principal reason for the gathering
is
their life and joy is Jesus
Jesus
Eucharist.
Eucharist.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Oo. I think that is also their secret, and I think the secret until this day, the Eucharist, what really unites us even in diversity, from different backgrounds, different family backgrounds, different nationality, different colors, different ways of thinking. And what really unites us is until this day is really the Eucharist. And it started really with Rafaela and the first handmaid, how they love the Eucharist, and what is the effect of the Eucharist on them in all facets of their lives as religious community, apostolic, and the relationship with the Lord. So the Eucharist makes everything possible. Yan.
Yeah. So and I also remember story of Santa Rafaela during her times of the to govern the institute, that she, I mean, at that times our the community only in Spain and some of the countries of Europe, no? So she want to extend more in another country, but the Monsignor said, you don't go outside of Europe, and you just stay here, and maybe if you extend more, you will have difficulty. And Santa Rafaela said, no, Father, we have to extend because our heart desire to let many people to know Jesus, the dream that Jesus reach out to the poor, more people. So this is she said our community, we are like the finger, no, like the finger in the hand. So we need to unite it to like the
United
uni-
Fingers of
yeah, united like the finger in the hand. So even even Monsignor said no, but she said yes, continue to expand our charism through the other countries also, for example like in Asia, no? Yeah.
Thanks for the big heart of Santa Rafaela. It
Yeah.
reached our country. Yes.
Sa akin, sister, siguro, gusto kong i-relate yung Woman of Communion, kasi di ba knowing Rafaela, she was born in a big family. So sabi ko nga, yung basic attitude, love, care, being with, promoting peace and unity, I suppose talaga naramdaman yun ni Rafaela back when she was still small. And naalala ko yung kapatid niya, of course, si Mother Pilar. Okay? And alam natin na practically all throughout their lives, they grew up together. Communion ba, no? So they even received the sacraments together, and even finding the vocation together without knowing na ito pala yun, no? So kaya ma-imagine ko nung in our foundation din, parang natural lesson na ni Santa Rafaela na she doesn't, parang hindi niya pakiramdam na nag-iisa. She's always with others, with the community. And then kaya nakita din natin sa history ng ating foundation, ng institution, ng institute, na maraming pagkakataon na may division, pero Rafaela would still go for communion, for unity, for reconciliation. So laging bumabalik dun sa basic experience ng family. And then hanggang sa namatay siya, di ba? Even yung decision to step down, it's for communion, for the sake of peace ng congregation.
So community life is something, in religious life, is something that we cannot do without. Yun. Kahit na si Jesus, he made it a point to select, no, to choose 12 young men, 12 apostles, and then disciples to do his mission. So until this day, community continues to be relevant in religious life, and who is the one sustaining is Jesus Eucharist. And then secondly, like the one Sister Marta was saying, that Rafaela's passion to spread the love of Christ through not only in Europe but all over the world. For me, now I would like to equate it with since we are happy with our vocation, we would like young girls also, young ladies also, to join us, to be in union with us. That's why we do vocation promotion. We don't stop also from really inviting young girls, offering our service to accompany them in their discernment. Kasi I still believe God continues to call young people right now. And since we are happy, we want to share this joy. We want also others to experience this joy, that what we are experiencing now. And it's all about talaga the Lord. Iba magmahal ang Diyos, kaya huwag niyong palampasin. Pag ramdam niyo na may kakaibang spark, kakaibang movement ito interiorly, please let us know and we will really accompany you. It's a very good choice, and Jesus is the best choice actually. Yeah. We move to the third.
Yeah. So,
You have something?
Yeah.
Meron ka ba sa communion?
Is enough.
Enough na.
Later naman.
We go to compassion. The third
The third points, yeah.
Third point pala later
Yeah.
na, no?